It was time for another fishing trip, friends. Today we're in a spot that's an offshoot, not the main river, because the river has been rising a lot and has grown a lot. Look, what a beautiful place to camp. So the river is rising, and in this spot there won't be any rapids. That means we're going to have a lot more chances to fish, because fish usually look for places like this when the river rises. Very suddenly. They're forecasting rain this afternoon. Look at the sky. That's exactly why I brought the tarp. I brought things to cook. And while I think it's a beautiful place, I'm going to show you live. And above all, I want to share with you how much it has grown. Because this place, when there's no water, is extremely dry. Look. Obviously, I have to point out that this place is private, and you can't camp or do anything like that unless you're right next to the coast. Well, you already know the rules about that, but up here you can't. Check it out. It's a whole branch. And it connects over to that side, so we can go over there too. We brought the Ataraya, so we have plenty of fishing options. And well, let's see. This is the first time I'm going to try to set it up by myself, so you'll see if it's complicated or not. Last time I set it up with Guido, which is the previous video. The idea is to attach it at the top and cross it to form a small tent shape for shelter. We're going to leave it here because it's very windy. Let's see. 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 All right, we've already set up the shelter and the tarp, so now we're going to get the fishing gear ready. Let's check this one out. We brought this from Canada. 3 pages? Well, let's throw it in and let's explore the place with the Ataraya. Let's see if we catch some tarpons or fresh bait. Maybe it's a good place to try for kingfish, also with the buoys. But we need fresh bait first. So once we throw this first rig, we'll go look for bait with the Ataraya. Look, super fast, first cast, little tarpon. I think we're ready to make bait now. Look, I'm going to show you how I sharpened the knife, because it was pretty dull from continuous use. Remember that you can win or buy this from us through our fishing gear raffle group. It's managed by us ourselves. We're there directly to talk and add you, so check out how it turned out. Well, since it looks like the rain is coming, let's speed up the food situation. Today I brought stuff to make some fried pastries. So what we're going to do is start preparing them so they multiply. That way we save time. Everything is here. In this one, this is a little camping pan. Obviously, it's super convenient, perfect for this. Here we have the flour, the fat is already in the pan. Here we have a salami for later. And well, obviously, here we have the mate, the yeast, the board. Well, we have the flour. The salt is already mixed in to take the place of the backpack. That was something I wanted to tell you. I think I'm going to have to buy a much bigger backpack. Because it usually happens to me that when I go fishing, camping, or fishing and cooking, I always run out of space for something. So clearly I need a backpack that I can carry everything in. Everything without needing to do different things on separate days. You can't imagine how much I want to prepare the mate right now. But I have to wait a little longer. Let's add the yeast here. It's only half the packet since there's so little flour. We use the same water from the thermos. Now we're going to leave it here and wait, so it keeps as much heat as possible. We're going to use the same pan we have here with grease. It's ready to close it. And well, now we continue with the fishing. Imagine how old these trees are. Actually, this one's already pretty complicated. I think a good storm will knock it down, just like these palm trees. Let's walk around and find a good spot to throw the cast net, since my earlier tries elsewhere didn't work. I got lucky with that little zabalito that I left over there. In a while, I'm going to fillet it and we'll prepare the bait for the silver side, or maybe for some lagoon catfish. They usually target that too. Let's find an area with sticks, since fish hide there when it's cold and the water has risen. And see if we can cast around here. It's getting snagged. If the cast net gets caught, we're in trouble. I think this is a good spot to make a few casts. What do you say? Now let's get the cast net and go for it. Look at what the sky gives. It doesn't give any. Let's check out these buoys. I'll show you soon. After taking this out, the little box I brought, how did I prepare the new tackle box? Well, look, I prepared this little box. Like I was telling you with the backpack, I don't have much space left. What I did was use this little box, and look how well it fits. We put the sinkers on one side. Hooks, a small float, steel leader for backup, and beads for assembly. It's great because we can take it apart and assemble it as needed. This is just a temporary fix since I'll clearly need to get a new backpack. That's the one I use. Like I said, when I want to spend a whole day fishing and adventuring, it doesn't give me enough space. It doesn't give me. Look, I'm right under the eucalyptus tree. Look at this. It's a beast. Look. I found a fallen palm tree. I was checking to see if there was any little white bug or something to use as bait. But it looks like there's nothing. Look, like here. They've made some kind of nest. It must be the animals. Because of the cold, they must look down. Here, see, they try to shelter from the frost. Look at those nests. It's terrible. Look, a nest has fallen down here. It's good for starting a fire, but it must be full of bugs. This? Let's try to take it. If not, we'll find a stick. And we carry it like that. Well, I just remembered that I had the fishing line in the other tackle box. So let's hope he has another one, because we're in trouble. Here we have the usual pocket knife. And yes, Mr. Mirren, it's always very good and highly recommended not to bring just one trail. Always have a spare one just in case, because it might fail or you might forget it. Now we're ready, friends. It's so nice to have a fire when it's cold. Cloudy gray day, rain coming. This is just perfect. Look what I found. What do you think? Is this a buoy? It doesn't seem like it, but maybe they used it as a buoy since it has this feature. To cross, but it's black. Look, if you don't know something, it doesn't look like it. I picked it up because I thought it was the tip of a fishing rod, which always tends to come off. Well, over here you can see that there's a giant fallen nest. Let's see what we can find. If we get some bait, it could change things up. We need to be careful. Anything could be hiding here. It's about wandering around. All right, now we're ready. While the last one is being made, look how they turned out. Really crispy. And a good hot mate with tea. Friends, something unexpected happened. Guido had just arrived. We had a bite at the buoy right next to the poles, and well, what happened? A hook got stuck on the log there. I tried to climb up to get it out, and, well, the log moved, and I ended up falling right into the water. Luckily, Guido helped me, so I got out fast. Soon we'll use a rope to try to remove the stuck log and fish. But just imagine how cold I am. They're all wet, but I still have to pick them up. So I go to the place to try. I was Guido to get the fishing rod out. On the outside, they look like they've dried, but they have a lot of water inside.
Hey, we finally made the log. Guys, we got the cane back and moved the log this far, but ended up covered in mud. Santi ran to the fire because he took his shoes off again to get into the water. We lost a buoy. But anyway, now we're heading to the fire and I'm gonna clean myself up and see if I can wash my hand because I'm freezing.
Let me tell you, I'm pretty sure it was a tarucha that got away among the logs. We kept trying with Guido, but we couldn't. Honestly, it was just a solid tree left there. The bite was with the little sabalo. But look, the good news, as I mentioned before, is the water. It's coming in, and now we have the channel here. Guido and I have already decided to come and explore it, and to show you what the route to the river is like. Go fishing at the river. As we told you, the place is really nice. Look at this. Night is falling on us, the rain is coming all at once, and I'm still, look, completely soaked. I am. Good thing Guido was there to help me when I fell, because honestly, I don't know what I would have done otherwise. All right, Guido, we're going to have to walk along that little coast, that inlet, until we reach the river. I was flying with Guido in a less visited area, so those places remain in good condition.
You have to come early because you have to walk quite a bit. But it's the kind of place where it's worth coming early. And stay all day to eat and hang out for a long time. With plenty of time, let's say.
Of course. And I was telling people that this backpack is already getting way too small for me. The audio cut out, but I was saying the backpack is too small for me now to spend a full day fishing, camping, and cooking. It's easy when you have a good, well-equipped backpack to carry everything. I'm going to try to get one of these. And well, let's see if in one of the next fishing trips, I can show you the backpack properly. And above all, everything we bring in it to use. Now we have a good walk ahead, we have to dodge mud. It has rained, it's going to rain tonight, and we have almost no light left. And well, we just have to thank those who always support us. With nothing more to say, thank you all for watching and for being a part of this.